being a comedian and basically trying to assimilate with the people around you, changing color after color after color. But then you forget, what about the color you were originally? One of my comments really inspired this video, and I was just thinking, wow, what a beautiful analogy. When you focus so much on being someone likable for different people and adapting, you forget the roots. You forget who you truly are. And that's why we need to embrace our own color. We lose sight of who we are because we just try so hard to be likable for others. Maybe we start doing things. So let's start by why this happens. Why do we lose ourselves? Some people might have this mentality. Yeah, I do that, but it's not like I lose myself. I won't lose myself. I trust myself. I'm careful. Yeah. Like Nikki's yawning, I yawn. Because the truth is, we should never underestimate things. I'm not saying every single time it's gonna be, serious and bad, but we should look out for early signs. Sometimes it just starts with your appearance. Maybe you're fine. All of a sudden, you see the people around you, or you see people who are conventionally attractive, people who are, trying to be liked by people, or people who are generally liked. You maybe start by changing your hair, maybe even doing some makeup. Makeup is not an issue, but some people just wear it as a type of insecurity. Maybe you change the way you dress. Now, if you're doing this for professionalism's sake, that's fine. But if you're doing it because you want to be liked, that's the issue. And then maybe the things you do. Now, this is where it really starts to affect you. The kind of habits and hobbies that you have. If you've always been into drawing, and let's say someone who is allegedly cool is into, I don't know, engineering course or something, you might even force yourself to do that. People nowadays have become desperate and they've lost sight of themselves. So that's why this analogy means a lot to me. Thank you so much. So beautiful. Because you change color. So as you go into a different environment, you change color. You want to be someone different. You want to have a different hairdo. You want to do something for the sake of approval. You change color. You have to become a color that someone else likes. Let's say you're just a naturally green comedian, okay? And then let's say someone likes purple. So someone doesn't like the hobbies that you have. Someone doesn't like the way you dress. In order to please them, you change your color into purple or any other color that they want. You know what I mean? But you lose sight of the original beautiful, unique green that you had initially. And the worst part is that's what causes identity crisis. Can't even speak. You miss that version of you. And then you ask yourself, when did it go wrong? When did I lose myself? Who am I? These questions are very common. And that's what happens. First of all, dear chameleon, I don't mean to insult anyone here. This is just an analogy. It's just a reference. You're beautiful. No matter what shade you are, you're beautiful. You don't need to change to be anyone else. See, chameleons have a natural instinct to just change color. It's quite cool. But at the same time, they just do it because they adapt, not because they're being liked. Because if one comedian does change color for environment's sake, they don't necessarily attract a whole bunch of them. They can still be pretty solo. But for us, we change color just so more people can like us. We do things just so people can like us. And we've forgotten how to be ourselves in the process. And that's what leads to the whole who am I question. What am I doing in life? What's my purpose? That's the thing. We're all wandering around. We all want to find a purpose, or we all want to find a way to be true to ourselves. But in the middle, we get lost. We start seeing things around us, and we feel like maybe that's what works for us. Have you ever noticed, despite changing color after color after color, metaphorically, as a comedian, you're never happy? Why can't I write this? I was thinking about, it's this one it's talking. Yeah, I have the real thing, so I can't write the carousel. Rip. It was talking about this one. It's fine. Haha, carousel. But yeah. We just lose sight of who we are. And it's not easy. But what are we supposed to do about it? We have to find who we are. That's messy. We need time to ourselves. We need to think, who is this person? Who am I supposed to be? What's my purpose? And you have to remember that you don't change colors to adapt to environments, but rather you just change instinctively for your own benefit. You know what I'm saying? You want to be someone who is exceptional, but you don't want to lose who you are. By being someone who always tries to please others, you're not living for yourself, you're living for validation. And while people can say this, I've mentioned this countless times in my videos, when life ends, there's only regrets. And we don't want that, honestly. We underestimate how short this life really is. Genuinely. No, I'm not trying to be depressing. Just want to say this. You're a beautiful being. You have your own color. You have your own strengths. The world needs more of you. Don't try to assimilate with people we already have. And people who are just lost. Some people are going to be lost. Some people are not going to help themselves. But despite getting everything they've ever wanted or thought they wanted, they're not happy. That's because they didn't live for themselves. This attention, this fame seems so cool, right? And then eventually, when it goes away, that's it. It's nothing. So, I want you guys to do yourself a favor and look into who you are. Even if you feel like it's an unlikable thing, think about 3 good things, because 1 is sometimes not enough. Think about 3, 5, however many, let's say 3, just to simplification's sake. Think about 3 good things about that. Even if it's like gaming, it's fun, it's interactive, anyone can join, it's inclusive in that sense. There's so many different ways to see it. Some people might say it's nerdy, some people might say it's boring, but you know what? You do you. Genuinely. And there are people who are cool. There are people you can be inspired by in the same field. And not just that, you can be an inspiration. You can set an example. And I'm not just trying to gas you up or blah, blah, blah. No, guys. You guys can do exceptional things. Some of you guys in my comment section, I can tell you're bound for great things. Genuinely. So, you don't have to be a comedian. And even if you feel like you are being one, just remember, you can embrace your own color. It's okay. You don't need to change for anyone else. Sounds cliche, but trust me. Are you going to pay the long-term price of being someone you're not? And then questioning, oh, I don't know who I am, tough. That's where you learn who you are. And if there's something you don't like, you resolve it. You face it head on. What do I not like? How can I fix this? What small steps can I take? Do you feel like a lazy person? Wake up earlier. Make habits. Set an alarm. Take initiative. That's the thing with people. They think it's easy to be someone else altogether. But that's destroying you. You don't need to be liked by anyone. And if you have to try extra hard to be liked by people doing shallow things that you won't even like, then those people aren't right to begin with. Your people will like what you like. As long as you are morally sane, doing things for a good cause, your people will like that. Think about it. You're already chasing after the wrong people. Because if you're just going after some empty trend, that's not genuine. You know the trend is empty. You know that it's just to make you be liked. And then when you lose sight of that, and when you feel like, oh, I can't do this anymore, I can't do this, you're going to lose friends. You're going to lose this connection, because that's why people liked you. But if you're yourself, who cares if people don't like you? People have haters both ways. Whether you're a liked person generally, or someone who just stays on their own. But the best thing is, you have the freedom of being yourself. People who act online, that's it. They can't be themselves. They don't have that freedom. You might be thinking, wow, they have so much attention. That's not happiness. People are not exempt from mental health problems just because they're rich or just because they're happy. That's the thing with people. Life does not just end there. Oops. Okay, it does for me, but that was unintentional, by the way. I thought I could make that float jump, but no. But yeah, life does not end there. Yikes. Poor unicorn. You need to do what you have to do. Don't let anyone else tell you, oh, I can't, blah, blah, blah. No. You are a wonderful human being. Embrace that. Embrace your uniqueness. Your uniqueness is not your weakness, is not something you should be ashamed of. It's your honor. It's something you liberate. It's something that makes you you. Who cares if there's another artist out there? No one has my crazy personality. And maybe someone prefers a more reserved personality. That's completely up to the individuals and who's watching them. But you see what I mean? You don't need to be a copy of someone else. You need to be a freaking original. And if people copy off you, it's better than being someone who copies, honestly. But at the same time, both sound like a pain. So yeah, do what you need to do. Be someone who would inspire others, but don't be someone who loses your own principles. If you've always wanted to be a kind person, if you've always wanted to help people, don't just be a bad bee, because unfortunately that's common, just so you can fit in. Don't start wearing excessive makeup, changing your fashion sense just so you can be liked. If that's your aesthetic, go for it. If that's something that makes you happy, go for it. But don't do it because they will like you. No. Like it first and then see who will like you. And yeah, even if there is a niche, those are your people. It's better than the majority who don't even care about you. You understand me? So yeah. Just embrace it. Be you. That's the biggest thing you can do right now. And if you feel like it's cringy tough, it's cringy to copy someone, there you go. I triggered the internet. Woohoo. But yeah. Just stop. In a world full of performance, be real. Stop being a character. You're a human being. Everyone is trying to be some main character, main character energy, trying to be that girl, it boy. It's all BS. It's just an empty trend. And when you lose those attributes that don't even make you happy to begin with, no one's gonna like them. You lose sight of who you are. So that's what I would say when it comes to blending in with people. Keep your unique color. If you change naturally, you change naturally. It's fine because we grow. As human beings, we adapt to things. It's like our taste buds. They adapt, they change. Not everything stays the same. But the only thing that shouldn't change overall is our personality. Unless we are improving, maybe becoming a person of compassion and boundaries, that's fine. But if we're becoming bad, there's something wrong. And you shouldn't try to please anyone. And another thing, before I sign this video off, that I think will probably hit a lot of people, society is full of double standards. These people will never be satisfied. You have long hair, problem. Short hair, problem. No hair, problem. People will always find a reason to bully you. People will always find a reason. If you're in a relationship, that's cringy, apparently. And apparently that's flaunting, and apparently that's bragging. If you're not in a relationship, then apparently you're just single. You know what I'm saying? People will never be happy. Be happy. Don't ever rely on society. Unreliable. These people are ruthless. These people don't even know what makes them happy. So at least if you live this one life, live it for you. Not for people who are uncertain. You understand me? Some people like night, some people like day. Are you therefore gonna just think, oh, who likes night? Who likes day? You can't decide because people have different opinions. It's not reliable. There's contrasting opinions out there. Stick to good ones. Stick to ones that resonate with you and your precious and positive values. That's it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another upload, hopefully. And once again, to the person who commented, thank you. This really gave me insight. Hope you see this as well. And I hope that you feel less like a comedian who has to blend in. And before I sign off, please support my coffee page. Much appreciated. Bye bye.